2. Good afternoon, everyone. We're back for our 2 o'clock session, and I'm going to hand over to your commentators, Debbie Lines and Pierre.
Hello.
So, welcome everybody. We're looking at Lawn 1 today. We've got Peter Payne, who is playing Blake Fields. Pierre has got the best seat in the house here.
Listen, you may have seen that Blake tried to run hoop on his jump and missed. Peter took advantage and run it and ran hoop 2. Now the fight in hoop 3 is Blake Fields having 2 balls in front. And Peter's going to take yellow missing.
Okay.
Peter in the corner now, looking. I'm not going to lose a shot there because the ball is striking again. But he does.
That was a nice hoop. Okay, so 2-1.
2-1.
So Blake Fields is one of our wild cards here in the event. He's just 15 years old. And he's really rather good. Okay, so yellow's nicely in front of hoop 4. Blue's down on the far end. The other end of the lawn is going to be trying to shoot and clear the yellow ball out the way. And that's missed. So blue and black behind the hoop, yellow in front, and where's red, Pierre?
Red is by hoop 3. I'm not sure that black can see yellow. That's why blue is going to be closed.
Yep. So Peter will probably just lag in, put another ball in there in case anything goes wrong with yellow. So does everyone listening know Pierre Beaudry, who's representing Belgium here today? How's it going so far, Pierre?
I had a pretty good day yesterday. Unexpectedly won against Robert Fletcher.
That's a good win. Yeah.
I always think there's something wrong with other players when I win.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Okay, so I think Pierre was right that black couldn't see yellow because he's just lagged in.
Yeah, it's not the it's not terrible.
Oh, Peter. Yep, didn't get that one. That was a missed opportunity.
That's all red.
Yes, I think you're right. So again, blue lagging in.
Not a very good position for yellow.
I think Blake may have been a bit lucky then. He lagged in and cannoned off the black and has got in red's way.
is the boards are fairly close, and I think Peter has a good job. Clearing black. No, he doesn't.
So that was a delicate little shot. He was hampered with the blue, and he's just put the blue in black's way so that black can't make the hoop this go. So nice to see a little bit of delicate play going on instead of all these huge hit-ins that we've been seeing, and huge clearances I should call them. That's my AC background showing, calling it a hit-in. It's a clearance in GC. So a lot of thinking going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure that blue is in a good position to run the hoop at all.
But he can't clear blue, or black can run. So is it?
I think it's hidden black behind blue, so yellow
Yeah.
can't clear it.
Okay, so it's yellow to play.
Yeah.
So sorry, folks. Yeah, that was a daft comment.
Yeah. He has to clear blue. Oh, he's not.
Oh, a little nestle.
No, it's going to disappear.
Well, unless yellow's in the way.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yellow's in the way. Oh, he just run the
I'm not
hoop.
sure I didn't clear blue.
I don't know why I didn't clear blue. No. So,
So that's 2-2.
right, I'll do
Great.
the score.
Very good position. Okay. Black goes behind. Yellow is probably going to try to protect red from the clearance by blue.
So, Pierre, when you do this, do you like to try and get the block quite close to hoop 5?
I'm not confident with blocks. I prefer having a board in position.
Okay.
When a board is not runnable, it can only clear, and I can clear back possibly.
Okay.
But I think Peter did quite a good job there.
Yeah, I think he did block that.
Yes, if yellow had missed protection, it was in no position to run the hoop.
Yeah, which isn't ideal.
It isn't ideal.
No. So that paid off nicely, and a lovely run. Nicely down to hoop 6.
It's about 4-6. Black is slightly below. Cannot run. Yellow is about 2 yards in front. 6 foot.
I think that's a good shot from blue.
That's
I think
good shot, yeah.
I think that might have impeded red's hoop
Yeah,
shot.
the shot is actually to clear the black now,
Yeah.
which Peter is going to do.
Nice clear.
Yep, very good. Nose boundary.
So that's left, what, a 14-yarder or something? Black on yellow.
Nose. That's long 18 yards. Going to yellow to blue. Missed it.
Oh, okay.
4-2. Peter.
You took the wrong one.
is probably out in front of 7.
Okay.
Right with the coach.
So yeah, Blake sending black in from a long way. That's a little bit short.
But I think it's half perfection.
Well, I don't think he's quite got there.
Probably not.
So yellow's going to clear blue. So apologies folks, I understand there may be a problem with the sound. Hopefully you can hear me right now. Ali's come back, she's just trying to fix the problem, whatever it is.
Yeah, black was enough of a distraction for yellow to hit it, and blue is going for the hoop.
Nice hoop. And oh, this looks very near perfect.
Fantastic.
A bit short, but
Yeah,
he'll take that.
3 yards, 4 yards from hoop 8.
Maybe a bit more than that, but yeah, he'll take that. A bit more than that, I think. Yeah.
Take pleasure in that.
I don't think Peter will be trying to clear that. I think he's far enough away that Peter will just be lagging in.
Interesting, black one right away off.
Oh, I think Peter's slightly overhit that. Oh, he's gone behind.
Anything?
That's not good. Going behind gives the other person the opportunity to take a wide position. But there's an uncharacteristic miss from Blake there, leaving Peter with a hoop shot. So Ali was here and I couldn't get the score. Who just made that last hoop, Pierre? That was Blake, wasn't it?
It's 3-4 Blakes.
3-4 to Blake. Okay.
You could just run it through to take it to 5-3. Oh, black is slightly short. Hoop 9. A bit of a careless shot. Yeah, there it goes.
5-3 to yellow.
5-3 to yellow. Red and yellow. Blake is going for block. Leaving the hoop open for yellow. I probably would have gone hard on yellow, put it in the corner.
Oh,
Blue's got a hoop shot.
okay.
Slightly angled, but
Nope, that's skated over the edge. So second hoop chance for Peter. If he gets this, he's in a very powerful position, 6-3 up. 1-1 in games. No.
yeah, another wire.
Yeah.
That's a good hoop. It's a bit long, but
A little bit long, he'll take that. He's he needed that one really. 5-4.
Peter's waiting for black to go back in the boundary in order to try to get a wire. His position is yellow. When did you start playing GC? Because I've never seen you on the circuit.
No, I'm new to GC.
You knew.
Yeah, so I played in the women's English national thing
Right.
last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time I'd played GC in 10 years.
Right.
And then I've played 3 times this year. So,
Did you play in the women's European?
no,
No.
I didn't play in that. No. So I'm this year with my husband and I in lines. We've mixed up, played about 50% GC, 50% AC. So
I can see that yellow missed the wiring. It's wide open. What's happened to the other?
good clear, very good clear. So that leaves Peter with the challenge. He's now got to try and clear blue without clearing red by accident, because they're right next to each other, from corner 4. So Blake's looking in a very good position at hoop 10.
To the game, the match.
No, it's not gone for the clear, it's just praying that Blake doesn't get the hoop. Oh, is he? No, may have hampered him. But one of the tactics you can play, of course, is to lag up behind somebody and hamper their shot. Don't generally go for it from corner 4, but it looks like the shot is clear. And another good hoop. 5-all. This is anybody's game at this point.
I haven't played either of those players, have you?
No, I may have played Peter at AC 25, 30 years ago, but not recently. Of course, Blake's brand new, being only 15 years old. How long have you been playing GC, Pierre?
Since 2004. That's that many years. 18 years.
Okay, that was a beautiful shot from Peter. He's promoted yellow into position with red, but not, unfortunately, been allowed to stay there. It's a nice try. Of course, there's a payback for that. If you go for the promotion with one ball, the other one gets left behind. Oh, that was a useful shot from Peter.
Tickle. 13-yard tickle into the jaws.
Yeah. I don't think he was going for that. I think he was going for tight position, but
Yes.
rather handy time to do that. To go
John,
6-5 up in the third.
Something I've never seen done. John,
From this-
I'm pretty sure somebody's done it. But
Well, he's probably going for the double bounce, isn't he?
Yep.
No, missed the hoop. Got the jump.
The second chance is black.
So I don't think I'd bother guarding this shot. I think
No, I
I'd
think-
go halfway to the
yeah.
peg. Ready for the 13th
He's
hoop.
going to. And the likelihood of appeal there is quite high.
Yeah,
So I would go to peg.
yeah, because if he's not careful, he's going to have hoop in the way of getting up to 13 now with red. No, not a miss.
And the ball's on the necessarily in a good position, being corner 1.
Yeah, I'm guessing Peter won't exercise his right to put those in the penalty zone.
Interesting, a lot of people do.
Oh,
I think quite often it's a mistake.
I wouldn't want to be shooting from corner 1 there. Yeah, everyone's used to coming from the penalty area, so it's practice shot. Yeah. Certainly black, which is right in the corner, has got all sorts of furniture in the way.
Yeah. It's leaving the clearance for black.
It's a nice lug in.
I'm not sure what red can do other than. That's interesting.
Yeah, I quite like that. I think.
I'd rather have two birds in position.
Well, yeah, but yellow's such good position.
Yeah. I think that's curtains.
So, if Peter can just stroke this gently through, that will be a very good win for the man from Switzerland. Sorry, stumbling over my words there. Lovely. Well done, Peter. That's a very good win for him.
Slightly disappointed.
Blake.
Youngster.
Yeah.
He played very well.
He did play very well, I think. It was more in the earlier games, but yeah, good win for Peter there.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a short break now?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll take a short break and we'll be back with you soon, folks. Bye. Okay, folks, so we're back with the live commentaries, Debbie Lyons and Pierre Baudry. We're now watching Lawn 2. Hopefully you can hear me okay. And they've only just started this match. It's Toby Savage and Manuel Alvarez Sala from Spain. They're at hoop 3.
Not sure what the score is.
No, the
Louis just needs to clear on some black and blue in front of hoop 3, leaving Toby to run.
oh, that's not very characteristic of Toby. Toby's one of the top English players we have. He's usually extremely consistent. So, very uncharacteristic miss there. Toby didn't play yesterday, so today's his first day playing. Same for the Spaniard. It works in blocks, and 2 blocks yesterday didn't play, so their first day's play is today.
Black is coming back too short. He was trying to block yellow because yellow has an open hoop now. Hesitation. Louis doesn't want to take all the hoop just yet.
Okay, so we don't know the score because we joined in at hoop 3. I understand Manuel got at least 1 hoop, but we don't know whether it's 1-1 or 2-0 at this point. We've sent a runner to go and find out.
So I was trying to find out the score, but Debbie can help.
If you're good, that's absolutely fine. You put me off. If you're totally fine, then that's great. We just, because we're free.
Can we do the next session?
Okay, maybe. No. No, in a couple of hours we can't. No, we're going to watch the women.
Okay, half an hour?
Sure. I mean, no, we don't have to. If you're good, that's absolutely fine. I just want to go.
Come back in half an hour.
Okay, so.
I don't know if you guys could hear that or not, but we had an offer to be relieved in about half an hour or so. It's very hot in this hut here, so we've taken them up on that. So you'll have us for half an hour, and then we'll probably switch team.
Okay, it's 1-1. We've just discovered, and Lewis has cleared blue all the way down the lawn, leaving his red in a running position.
Okay, that's great, but his name's not Luis.
Sorry,
It's Manuel.
Oh, his name is Manuel Alvarez Sala.
Yeah.
And yeah, yes, of course.
Yeah. So I think that confusion there was just before we came on air. We were talking about Louise, who's another one of the family. So yeah. So hopefully we've got the right names now, and Toby's gonna lag in this long distance all the way from the far end. It looks a little short.
It's a little short. I think Manuel's probably going to clear black now.
I think you won't take the hoop on. It's looking at them both, having a think.
No, he's going for the hoop. Of course he is.
Ooh.
Again.
Okay, so that leaves it for black.
Despite the Australian shirt, Manuel is from Spain.
He's got an Australian shirt on. He's probably gone and played in an event in Australia.
Probably.
And that's why he's got the shirt.
Like footballers, they exchange shirt at the end of the game.
Yeah. But that is confusing.
They're looking for a man.
Yeah, I went to ask one of the crowd why he's wearing an Australian shirt, and we don't know, but definitely from Spain. That's a nice hoop.
2-1 for Toby.
Yeah,
Luis Alvarez-Sala was in the qualifiers. I think he failed to qualify.
that's correct.
Yeah. Yes, you
Louis-
must have played him.
Yeah, I did play him. Luis is actually a cousin, I
Cousin,
think. Yeah. And a very good player too. He was unlucky to not to qualify as well. Luis has bright red hair, and some of the spectators kept saying, "How are the Irish doing? How's the Irishman doing?" And we had to explain that no, he was actually Spanish. Oops. So Toby was trying to promote black up to yellow there. It was quite a long, difficult shot. I'm slightly surprised he took that on. I'd have thought just trusting to black might have been the better option, but anyway, he's now got to clear with black. It's about a 20-yarder, I'd guess.
And I don't think he's got to double there. I think the black is plumb in front of the yellow.
Yeah, I doubt that's a double. Have you played in Spain?
I have played in Spain many times.
I hear it's
great.
very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a typical Toby stance. If you haven't seen him play, he's just concentrating really hard. His mallet, the shaft halfway up his hand, walking slowly. He's going for a jump. Of course he is.
Wow.
I know. Clips the yellow.
Yeah. He was presumably worried about the 2-on-1 situation that red and yellow had on him, hence the attempt to jump. So he's been a bit lucky there that he actually did clear the yellow on the jump, but he's still under a bit of pressure here.
And Manuel is waiting for the black to go back on the boundary in order to wire, which may well block the red from running the hoop. Yes.
Well, he's probably not so worried about that, because if he has blocked the red but got the wire, blue still has to clear yellow, which still leaves red with the hoop run. So we're joined in the commentary box here by Will G, who's pressing all the buttons. Say hello, Will.
Hello.
Your off day today?
Yep, off day today. Not playing much. Just here watching. This is going to be the best game today, probably. I think Manuel had a cracking England-Spain match, and Toby was potentially going to play in that match. So this is sort of the match that could have been.
Okay. Yeah. One that got missed at Hurlingham a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
No, he's missed the hoop there.
This yellow is well and truly wired, so black can't do anything about it. Only hope that he misses.
Let's just come in a bit closer in case yellow doesn't run in a minute. But I'm not quite sure what black can do here. What do you think?
Not very much.
Try and trickle back through the hoop, but
Well, there's always, if you do that, there's a danger of getting stuck into the hoop.
well, yeah, and then you
And
lose
your
5 as
approach,
well.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So maybe try to go close to hamper him. I don't know. Go halfway.
Go halfway, maybe. Guys at this level, they don't like doing that.
No, no, never give up.
Maybe he's got a slither by the way he's lining stuff up.
I don't think he has. No.
Oh, he needs to move. He's just checking to move the ball in. The boundary's too close. That's what was going on there. A lot of the boundaries here at Southwick, the boards are quite close, so you'll see the players taking relief quite often. And generally they don't have to be too careful about it, but when there's a wire involved, obviously it's got to be done carefully. Nope.
Is the red? I don't know why he put the red so close to the yellow, because he was hampered.
Yeah.
Um,
So, which
So,
chance for
yeah.
blue here?
the yellow's jaws. Well,
He's got to get rid of the yellow,
Yes,
and
exactly.
then hope that red doesn't run the hoop. So, not much of a chance,
no,
but
no, it's
more than he looked like he had a minute ago. Nice shot. So, can red run the hoop? It's about 2 yards, maybe a foot or two off straight.
yeah.
Easy hoop.
problem.
Yeah. So I believe that is now 2-all.
Black is not legal, but
Probably get left there.
yeah, I think Manuel, yes,
Yeah.
doesn't have a
I'd leave it
straight
there.
approach, yeah.
Um, Toby making absolutely sure he's the right side of that hoop. When I was playing last week, I did have a bad tendency to come up short on those shots. So, last thing you want to do is end up the wrong side of the hoop with no hoop shot.
Slightly too more.
Yeah, so Toby in a bit of trouble here now because
Where's the
Red's
black?
chosen to lag in. Okay, so I've been watching the Egyptians too much. The Egyptians would clear here.
Yeah.
They'd clear black, red at black, but it looks like having chosen a spot, he's now looking at the clear. So yeah,
and hits it.
lovely shot. Yeah, good clear.
Toby would have gone for the hoop there, having the blue out of position, and the straight black would have been a
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the right choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The score is 2-all with yellow in a good position to go 3-2 up. Toby is lining himself up. He's stepping over to the ball. Hitting yellow, very good. He's in a very good defensive position there. Yellow has nowhere to go except quite deep.
So I've just been temporarily distracted by the game behind me on lawn 5, which is my husband against Nelson Morrow. I've just spotted that they've gone to 1-1 and have just started on the 3rd. So,
And also on lawn 8, Nick Archer's taking Ben Rossman to a 3rd game. It's 1 game each.
yeah.
And
Just nick that, yeah. So,
yeah, so it's 1-0 for Ben in the 3rd game, and we don't have the score on Nelson.
well, they're at hoop 1 in the 3rd game.
Are they? I thought they were. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So back to Toby versus Manuel, and Toby is lining up what could well turn into a double clearance here, looking at where red and yellow are. That would be quite handy if it was. Slightly so. I presume yellow's got a clear shot at either the hoop or... oh dear, he's left that. So, yeah, from the angle we had, it looked like yellow was hampered with red, but obviously not, or he wouldn't have taken that on. Manuel looking at the hoop.
Yep.
Nice hoop. So, 3-2. I think Toby's got enough room to just come past the side of that hoop. And he'll be wanting to get a wide spot from yellow. All the other balls absolutely miles away, so if he does get wide from yellow, he might have done there, then that's looking in a very comfortable position for hoop 6.
He went for the clearance with red, but I can see now that the yellow can see blue, so maybe he had a double and tried to get the hoop.
Okay, so hopefully he hasn't put red in the way of this shot. It doesn't. It looks like there's room.
No, it's, yeah.
The other side of the hoop.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's quite handy having 2, isn't it, Pierre? One of us can pop out,
Yep.
have a look at how it lies, come back and
Fun.
report. Yeah. Oh, he's lagged
Yeah,
in.
it's going for position. That's not
Oh, that's a nice shot. I suspect he may be able to do a double clear yellow and red here with a little slop shot, which would be rather nice to see if he manages to pull that off. Yeah, he's looking at it. Yeah, lovely. And he got the wire blue and red. That was nice.
It's going for the block again.
Yes.
That's too long.
Yeah, I think I'd have gone for the clear
Yeah.
there. Although Toby's missed a few, so maybe he's thinking that he can...
Wind him up. Miss another one.
It's just another one. So Toby uncharacteristically not running all these 2-3 yard hoops at the moment.
It's quite a sharp angle for blue.
So choices here. Toby can send red to corner 1.
Which is probably what I would do, because
No, it depends
black
on.
can see yellow. What would you do?
Well, I think given that hoop looks tough, I think I would go for the clearances because he can do it and hang around. Blue shouldn't go too far. But he looks like he fancies the hoop. Yeah, not sure that was the right
It
choice
is
of
open to
shot.
red now.
Red might have yellow in the way, but yeah. All red has to do is clear black behind the
black,
hoop, and yellow's got an easy hoop.
Slight cut,
Yep, perfect.
which it does, yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
It's protected by the hoop and blue, so
Yeah. Well, I suppose he can go for a cannon blue onto yellow. Tough shot.
good luck. And red is in a very good position in front of hoop 7, which is
Oh, it is.
double bunny.
That's your
And
experience of GC. I hadn't even spotted that.
blue cannot clear it, I don't think. I think it's it's got to get
Oh.
You can go through it, okay.
Okay.
You can see that from our position.
Yeah, we thought he had the hoop there.
That was Nick Archer running hoop 2.
Nick does get quite excited when he hits a good shot.
Yeah.
I played against him at Hunstanton in May, and I'd made 1, and I was 1 foot in front of 2, and he was at the end of a balk, and he only went and ran the hoop 2. It was quite a triumphant shout from him then as well. And then he did it again to me later on. So okay, so black ran hoop 6, so that is now 3 all, I think. Yes. Yellow's gone a little far there. Not sure Toby's going to clear that or just lagging in. Yeah. So many GC players who are inexperienced would have probably tried to put blue in nearer to the hoop then, but that would have been a big mistake. It's an easy clear for yellow if you do that. By going back where he has, yellow can't clear him very easily, and so blue will be able to take red out. But yellow still does have half a chance at the hoop, which I think...
I think it's just too long. The what an AC player would do, though, somebody like Robert Fulford would send blue into, not on the boundary, basically into corner 3. It was a nice little cut.
Yeah.
This didn't happen, so yes, as you said, blue can now clear red or go for the hoop, which is what I think Toby's about to do.
He looks like he's aiming at the hoop, yeah. So I'd be clearing red here personally, but maybe that's why I'm not here this week.
Any
Oh, that's a
rolls
nice
back
bit
into
of
it.
spin. Yeah, so red's going to have to jump now, I think.
There seemed to be a question about damage on the boundary. I think it's on the line, which doesn't count.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Well, if it's in a green, it's damage to the lawn, which is a fault. But if it's on the line or
Okay.
on the line, did he miss? I didn't see that.
I think he was trying to just clip blue. And he missed.
Oh,
Yeah.
he missed. Okay.
Yeah. So, black's just coming in as well. Okay. So, I'm not quite sure what Manuel can do here. He's not looking at a jump. Yes, he is. He's looking at a jump. I should hold my breath longer, shouldn't I? It's just going to put it nicely in the jaws now. Okay, I like that. Nice, controlled blue in the jaws. Red and yellow at the other end of the lawn, although theoretically they can knock blue back out. That's a long shot. So Toby's risked them doing that by jawsing the blue. And assuming they do miss him, he'll be able to run it nicely up to 8 and should take control at 8 as well. Manuel has tried to lag halfway. He hasn't gone far enough, so when Toby runs in a minute, he is going to be offside, and Toby will no doubt move that red off to the other side of the lawn. Manuel's chosen not to actually go for the clear. He went for the halfway point. Looks like this one he's lining up as a clear though. And he missed it.
I was putting the camera from a shot from an Egyptian, and also with a game where players were out of sequence. It's sorted to have more sound, so it's not a problem.
Okay. So yeah, Toby, as predicted, got nicely up the lawn with blue, and is poised for hoop 8 as well. 4-3 now to blue and black, Toby Savage. Black coming in for a tighter position. I think he's overcooked that a bit, yeah. So pity black went too far, otherwise Toby would have been in a very strong position. As it is, he's pretty much got to take this hoop on. Don't know if red can run or not, if anything goes wrong. Red's off to the side a bit, but he may have a hoop shot. Difficult to see from here.
Yes, with red there's nowhere blue can go, but go for the hoop.
Absolutely, yeah.
Position. So it's quite a good position, defensive position for red if you don't. Yeah.
Oh,
And we missed, so now red can hide from black, certainly. I don't think you can get a word from both balls. choices for yellow. One is to clear black. The other one, yeah, that's what you choose. You do the other one was to try to protect red from blue. Hoop shot was blocked. You could have tried to jump, but it would have been silly.
No. So Toby just clipped the red, made the shot slightly longer, but only by a fraction. And blue's come all the way down to near corner 3. And Manuel's run that hoop. Cool. Nice one, this.
Meanwhile, Nick Archer's taken hoop 3, going to 2-1 against Ben. He's got a shot at hoop 4 as well.
Which
And
is
gets
run.
it. 3-1 up.
3-1.
Good clearance from Manuel onto black.
So 2-1 to my husband against Nelson in the third game. Just ran a lovely 4-yard hoop at 3. Sorry, no cameras on that, folks, but obviously I am, going to keep an eye on that one at the same time that I'm commentating on Toby and Manuel.
Toby went for deepest possible position on the boundary. And it was blue, and the red came back with his short.
Which one's that up?
Was just slightly short. Block on the blue.
Nice from Toby, nicely in front, 1 yard in front. Hasn't blocked blue shot. If yellow doesn't clear black, he may just choose to clear red rather than take on the hoop. I don't know, we'll probably see in a minute. But I think yellow's going to take black out, if he can. And he does. So Toby's probably going to take on the hoop now. Red looks too angled, so he can't take close position. Yeah, he's checking the hoop.
I find that hoop 9 is always a crucial hoop. Yeah, either you come back.
Yeah, come back a bit more.
You come back 4-5, or you go 5-4 up.
Yeah. One of my matches last week, I'd caught up against Paul Gunn, who I was playing, and it was 4-all, and I was in the jaws of 9, thinking, hey, I'm in position here. And from only about a yard nearer the hoop than Toby is now, he jumped my ball in 9 and then ran 10 as well. So you can imagine, same stroke,
Yeah.
You can imagine how happy I was to go from 4-all to 4-6 in that match. It's the first time I'd seen that done, so I was like, oh dear, okay. There's a lovely shot from Paul. The first time he'd done it as well, so he had a high five and good on him.
Yes. Toby's swing is hampered by the netting behind him.
So John Paul Mobley is holding the netting out the way. Well, it's all very well having relief, but you don't want to come too far forward, and it's a bit unfair on your opponent if you make the hoop too easy. Oh no, 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 no. So he will have at least been hoping to hit the hoop and stick around, so he'll be very disappointed with that shot. It really gives Manuel control of this hoop now, with all the other balls 25 yards away or more. So Toby has to clear with black now, which, well, it's about 20 yards away.
It seems that Nick Archer is running away with it, having scored with 5. 1, 2, 3,
4-1 up.
4-1 up.
And just cleared red from in front of the hoop there as well. So Ben, the reigning champion, in a bit of trouble. No.
It's missed the clearance. It's black on red, and blue cannot see red.
No.
So
He's about to play out of order. Oh, no.
no,
He was just checking it out. I was thinking, oh, oops. But yeah, interesting. Toby's known as one of the hard hitters of the game, but the perceptive among you may have spotted that he hit that one gently. And clearly, with the balls lying where they are, he needed to stick around once he'd cleared red there. So he went for a slightly more controlled clearance. Whether he got any hill or not, we'll probably never know. But of course, the hard hitters try and avoid any hill taking effect by hitting so hard that there is no hill. But yep, so it's going to be 5-4 when red runs this hoop. Toby having another look at it, but I really don't think there's anything he can see. Red is completely 100% wide from blue. So Alison Munch just walked up. She's waving. Say hello to the crowd, Alison.
Hello, crowds. I've come to see if anyone would like a drink. Oh, there's one. There's
Yeah.
two.
A cup of tea would be lovely.
Thank you.
Cup of tea.
1 sugar, please.
Lemonade or something. Cup of tea, 1 sugar.
Thank you. It's
Thanks, Ellie.
5-4. Just, well, it's beautiful red.
Oh, that's
It's
put a
at
bit
2
of...
yards, 2
yeah.
yards in front of 210.
So that has put a bit of pressure on.
And black to think about.
Yeah, I don't think it's blocking red,
It's not,
but it might be enough that red decides to... Oh, hold on, what's happening here? Oh, well, it's definitely not blocking red now. So I think, assuming the ball stays they are, red will take on the hoop here. Oh, that's a nice shot, isn't it? Toby's lagged in and blocked red at the hoop. perfect pace. So red's now going to clear the black with a view to, I suspect yellow's still got a shot at the hoop.
Sound of a ball hitting the commentary box.
Yep, quite glad we've got some wood between us and it. So.
Black can see yellow, so clearance is in order. Miss.
Up on lawn 8, Nick Archer's just made another hoop against Ben. So we think the score in that decider is now 5-1 to Nick. Oh, well, this gets interesting now. Yellow blobbed the hoop and has gone between blue and the hoop. And not too sure, not too clear really what blue can do about this. I don't know what angles he's got, how close that blue is. Toby having a look at it. I like these positions, you know, the little cat and mouse, having to work out what to do.
Yellow is not on the ball.
It's on the wire, I think, at the minute, so
wire,
so blue's just going to leave him there. Okay. Okay.
Yes, clearing it would have put blue out of position completely.
Okay, but he's gone quite a long way back, so red's going to play black, then yellow's presumably going to go in the jaws.
The Toby can jump from there.
He can jump from there, can he? Okay.
And if red chooses to clear, black would come into a jumping position. Oops.
Oh, I think he
was trying to free yellow with
yeah,
red.
just bounced it off the wire, wasn't he? That's a nice shot from Toby's come back in. Very nice position from the other end of the lawn. Yep, that's gone in front of the hoop. Ooh.
Ouch.
That was one coming in from the other side now. We're under attack in here in the commentary booth. That was my husband attacking, yeah. Lost track of the score in that one now. I think it's 4-2 to Nelson, which is not looking good for my husband, so he needs to come back.
That's hoop 7, we'll get to before 3.
Oh, okay, 4-3. Yeah, good point.
Good point, well made.
I still have to convert from the AC hoop. You know, it's 1 back 7, 2 back 8.
Toby is not quite sure whether to clear. Yeah, he's going to clear red now.
Clear red, then jump with black. Which is the shorter, straighter shot. So.
Dangerous. Yeah. That's
Very good.
Lovely. Tea1 sugar.
Thank you very much, Ali. Much appreciated.
Lemonade. And water for anybody.
Thank you. Do you want just...
Yes, there's a brilliant shot in blue cutting the red behind the hoop. You now can see black. I think he's not sure. Maybe he was trying to,
Yeah, he's trying to put a block in.
well, I think he was trying to move yellow because he doesn't have much of an approach to Mr. 11 from there.
Oh, if once black jumps. Possible. Yeah, because as we were saying earlier, if you go for the jawsing and then get jumped,
Stuck.
you're stuck. Your ball's in the jaw. Toby's style is very individual. Oh, too much jump. That hit the crown.
High.
That hit the crown. We've had, I've been watching for about a day and a half now, and there's been a lot of people jumping higher than they expect. So I think these lawns are just jumping
Very
easily.
bouncy,
Yeah, very bouncy. Yeah. So 6-4 is that?
6-4, yes.
Yeah. What's happening up on lawn 8, Sir Pierre? They're still contesting hoop 7.
Yes, Nick has just cleared then in front of hoop 7, leaving the black to run the hoop. Though it's a 6-yard. He's taking it on.
No,
Bouncing at the right.
Ben bounced out of that, so still 5-1 to Nick Archer against the current reigning world champion. Meanwhile, Red's beautifully in position at hoop 11. Toby's lugging one in. It's a
Long and deep is very.
So yellow's going to be trying to take blue out now. And dealt with that, no problem. I think blue's gone off to the right near corner 2, not quite as far as corner 2. And we'll have a, what's that, 15-yarder to clear red? Something like that. I'm not very good at working out the distances. Oh, he's taking his,
black.
yeah.
Stress-free shot for red. Still checks a few. Yes. Seven four.
7-4.
Manuel.
And just to show he could look, he put red in position for hoop 12, but he didn't need to. So I don't know if they'll carry straight on or if they'll have a quick comfort break. Meanwhile, on the other lawns.
Meanwhile, Nick seems to be in charge of hoop 7. With 2 balls in front. Still goes 6-1.
Yeah.
Surprise everybody at the next it's the last World Championship by going to the last 16. It's,
Well, he's quite, he's a good player.
it's
Yeah. So I came across him, first time I'd played him was in May this year, and we had a fantastic game, which basically came down to he could hit more 30-yard clearances than I could. Are we off? Are we off air?
No, you're still live.
We're still live. Oh, okay. We're still live. So the referee is busy resetting the hoops. We might actually take a very quick break here whilst the players reset themselves, and we'll come back to you when they restart in a minute, or if anything exciting happens up on Lawn 8, Nick Archer versus Ben. We'll keep an eye on that and we'll let you know what's going on. Okay, bye for now, folks. And okay, welcome back, folks. We're back on lawn 2 for the second game, Toby versus Manuel. And they have just started at hoop 1. Apologies, we're not entirely sure what just happened. So we'll bring you up to speed in a minute when we work out what they're up to. So I think Toby must have just run hoop 1 with blue. So it's 1-0 to Toby. Red's lagged him to hoop 2.
Red is about 2 yards short of, well, it's 7 yards away from hoop 2, which is, as far as I'm concerned, it's only 2 yards short.
I'm with you on that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. 5 yards, you sort of fancy your chances most of the time. 7 yards, you'd rather be nearer. So a lovely shot from Toby. It's about 2 feet dead in front of the hoop. That was a lovely shot. And an even nicer shot from yellow. Heavens, they're putting on a show for us here now. So yellow looks like it's in black's way. It's unclear if everything's in red's way or not. But what would you do here if you're Toby, Pierre?
I probably would put the blue in a good position.
Between red and black?
Between black and red, yes.
Yeah.
It's a very long clearance, and you don't know unless you hit the ball, the red plumb in the middle. It's not going to go anywhere.
Not going to go far enough, yeah. It does look like he's aiming up one of his clearances, though.
It is, isn't he? And hits it on the nose.
Well, there you go.
Back up to the south boundary.
So, yeah, Toby demonstrating his strength, ability to hit hard enough to clear red, even at a 12-yard clearance, all the length of the lawn. Wish I could do that. I might be able to hit red, but I wouldn't be hitting it all the way to the other end of the lawn. So red's trying to... Oh, red was trying to clear black and has bounced yellow out the way.
Leaving a clear hoop for black.
Easy shot for Toby now for 2-0. But I think the jump was well within his skill level anyway, so he would have just popped over yellow if yellow had stayed there. So... Yep, nicely through. Meanwhile, back.
Nick out was with a shot for hoop 7, which has been batting for the last 20 minutes to take the game to 6-1.
6-1, he's just made that hoop with yellow. So Nick in a commanding position now against the current world champion. Rather sadly for me, marital relations, hubby went and lost to Nelson Morrow. So nice win for Nelson there. But my husband's now got to beat some of the big guys in the block to get through the block. So well done, Nelson, she says through gritted teeth.
How did Ian do yesterday?
1-1 and lost 1 yesterday, so he's now on just 1 out of 3. So he's got a bit of a challenge. Now, I don't know who the 2 people are playing on lawn 1. Do you know them, Pierre?
Yes, one of them is Ahmed Almadi, who was the world champion 2015, and the other one is the only Irish player here called Mark Stevens. I was going to say Stephen Mark, but it's Mark Stevens, who is a really talented Irish player.
Okay.
Can't tell. I don't know. I think he's in mid-20s. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, so
fearless.
Mm.
Except when he plays me.
yeah.
He's got something against me. I don't know why. I played him 3 times, and 3 times I won. While everybody else he beats.
Okay. That's a nice thing to do if you
I
can have
know,
somebody
it's
scared
a
of
good
you.
position to be in.
Yeah.
I'm in the same position as somebody called G.
Will's sitting here
He's sitting
pressing
there.
the buttons for us in the commentary shed. So, yeah.
I think he's just checking the record. But
Yeah, he's gone to Croquet Scores. He's looking it up. Or the rankings, one of the two. Gone to the rankings. Okay. So, meanwhile, Black's missed yellow, and yellow is going to have an easy shot at hoop 3.
yeah, it's good 6-7 feet straight, which is the type of hoop I hate. Actually, they're good with
Well, yeah, because they're the sort you ought to just run, aren't they?
yeah,
And
he
in
does,
fact you
actually.
did, yeah. But you're right. You think you really shouldn't miss those at GC. It's different at AC. You've got to run them and hold.
Yeah.
So a lot more difficult. But in GC, you just run them.
That's the record.
Ah. So Will's looked up the record, and Pierre's actually only beaten Will 4 times out of 17 games.
Yeah.
Well, then,
And that's never match. That's just 4 games. Yeah.
okay.
And we've got to play tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or the day after?
So 5 out of 18 after tomorrow,
it's all
then
about
Pierre.
change.
Yeah. It's quite nice for me being new to GC because I haven't got records against anybody yet. So it's all there for me to build up records against. Hardly played anyone really. Sorry, Will was just asking us who ran Hoop 3 because we were distracted by the whole history thing. So Toby is now taking on a longish Hoop 4.
Nick Archer has won 7-1 in the 3rd game. I'm not sure about the score in the previous games, but it's beaten the last world champion 7-1.
Okay, so Ben in a bit of trouble in his block then. I don't know what his other results have been.
He won this morning.
He won this morning, did he?
Yeah. It's one.
Nice hoop from Toby. So I think the score now is 2-all. No? 3-1. 3-1 to Toby. Sorry, commentators are getting confused here because we're trying to look at other lawns as well and then losing track of the score on the lawn we're supposed to be commentating on. But hopefully you appreciate the updates from the other lawns as well. So warming up behind us is Simon Carter, who had an absolute storming success at the qualifier last week. Won almost all his games. Absolutely no doubt whatsoever that he was qualifying. And I don't recognise who he's playing. I think... he's playing Hesham I can't... Terribly sorry, the Canadian. Hesham Zoggi? Apologies for the mispronunciation, folks. But yeah, so we'll try and keep you up to date when they're just warming up at the moment.
I tried. Ben, it was the first match they played, Ben and Nick. So it's...
They've never played before.
No, the first match they played in the tournament, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were due to start. They started at 12.
Ah, yeah, because they had the rest day in that block yesterday.
Yes. That's
Okay.
right.
So we'll have to see what the mettle of our champion is and whether he can bounce back from that or not.
It's a very tough block. It's got Amar, Olivieri, Ben Rossman, Stephen Mariner in Burridge, Nick.
Well, it's hugely strong.
Very strong. Let me start the score again. Is it 2-all?
It's 3-1.
3-1 to, okay, Toby.
Well, that was a tad unlucky. Manuel hit in from over near hoop 7. But black and yellow are close together, so when he hit black, he's just pinged yellow off as well, and black stayed put. So he'd be disappointed with that outcome. It was a nice shot.
Three-yard hoop properly. Is it 3 yards or 2 yards? I'm not very good in yard. It's like 2.5 meters.
Yeah. I always, in my head, I always just think yards, meters interchangeable. I know they're not quite, but close enough, yeah. So there's been a bit of debate actually recently about whether we ought to move to metric measurements in croquet. Complicated thing to do because of all the fact that they are not the same. So we'll have to see where that goes.
It's just numbers. Doesn't make any difference.
No, but you know,
92 millimeters or
1 yard.
Well, no, I'm
Yeah.
talking about the width of the hoop. 3.25.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a convention, isn't it?
It is. I think the problem you have is if you start rounding the numbers,
Yeah.
and clubs have got maybe only just enough space, you've got to
Yeah.
make sure that there's still going to be room for the courts and
Yeah.
um,
Yes, 35 meters is actually almost a yard longer than 35 yards.
yeah, exactly. So that might not sit too well with clubs that are struggling to fit their lawns in. So there's things to consider on that one. Plus, of course, not the whole world has moved to meters. Our colleagues in the USA are still on imperial measures, still using yards and inches. Yes. So
Used to me. Now that's 4 yard. Yellow for 5. And he gets
clean
it.
through.
Clean.
Didn't touch the sides. Very nice. 3-2 to Toby.
It's always nice to get a bit of wire so the ball doesn't travel all the way across the lawn, but sometimes even the 2 millimeters clearance are too much.
Yep. So Toby, I don't know what you know about the players. I don't know much about Manuel, but Toby is from Ramsgate in Kent. He lives about 1 foot above sea level, so we make a lot of jokes when it rains about him being underwater and going swimming. He's got a young child, and he's actually a train driver, so I guess if he wasn't here this week, he'd be busy striking like the rest of the rail union. We'll have to ask him about that at some point. Yeah, he's here playing, so maybe didn't have to decide whether to strike or not. So England has been, for the overseas listeners, England's been a bit disrupted recently by some rail strikes, which has been very annoying for everyone. So luckily, I don't think it stopped anyone getting here. Okay, so Toby coming up, running hoop 6. Yay, 4-2. Okay. Manuel and his brother flew in day before yesterday. They had a bit of bad luck in that they flew in, but their mallets didn't quite make it. So they had a slight delay arriving in Brighton, where we are, waiting for their mallets to catch up with them. But looks like they finally did arrive, so they've got their mallets now.
Simon Carter is just about to run Loop 1. Oops,
That, you put the kiss of death on that, didn't you? Simon Carter didn't run Hoop 1, as you can probably guess from the commentator's reaction there.
For those of you who don't know, Simon Carter is actually from the same club as me.
Okay.
And he's the person who introduced me to croquet all those years ago,
Okay.
in 2004, when I was a young boy.
Teenager.
A 15-ager.
Okay. So did you knew him outside of croquet?
No, but it was a long story. A dinner party where our respective wives told us, not Simon, but two friends, and we were told that we were getting a bit rounded round the hips. And we should take up some sport. And my friend Julian said, if I take any sport, it's going to be croquet. And my wife, Catherine, said, that we've actually got 3 croquet balls at Sydenham. At the time, they had 3. So the next morning, the very next morning, Sunday, we went there with Julian and had a game of croquet with Simon Carter,
Very good.
who was, I think at the time, he was president of the club. And we both were hooked. Julian actually gave up because of arthritis and various other problems.
Shame.
And work as well.
Okay.
I didn't care about work, being an artist.
I suppose you can, with that sort of job, you can just play croquet when you want to and do art when you want to. Yeah. Handy. So, what sort of art do you do?
Commercial
Okay.
art, painting.
Yeah.
Mainly interiors.
Okay.
I've done a little bit of theatre, backdrops and things like that. But
Very good. I'm one of these people who periodically decide I want to learn to paint or to draw and go on a course, and I'm politely
And you never
told
do.
that it's better that I don't bother. So,
it's very, very relaxing if you can, when you can sit down and you just lose yourself into it, basically.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
things happen.
I wanted to do it because my husband and I do a bit of bird watching, and Ian's a keen photographer, so he always has the camera.
Yeah.
And obviously sometimes it can be quite a while trying to get the right shot. So I thought, well, I'll have a sketchbook with me and do sketches of the birds at the same time. But yeah, you really don't want to see what comes out the sketchbook.
I think Toby has got a pretty long clearance here from being an artist. I always mix my east and my west, but he's on one of the boundaries across Loop 7. You probably can just see half yellow. It's going for it.
Just missed that. So yellow's going to run 7. Yeah.
3 o'clock.
Okay, there was some clapping on lawn 1 a moment ago. Not entirely sure what that was about. They're all still on the lawn, so somebody must have pulled off some spectacular shot, I think. Oh, that was a bit of an error from Toby there. He was trying to sneak past yellow up to hoop 8 and cannoned into the yellow, so he's not going to be first to hoop 8. And he's got away with that. Red's just gone an inch or two too far. So that's a missed opportunity for Manuel there. He really should have made sure he had a hoop shot there.
This is kind of position where if I was black, I would go for it. And try to run a hoop. It's quite a big target.
Well, I'd go and have a look at where Red's finished up, because if it's on the wire, he might not. I don't know. He might be able to get an a wired position. But if he comes this way, will Red be able to move him? It's unclear. I think Red's enough off the wire. Oh, he's just gone through. Oh, where's that gone? Yeah, we really need a close-up of that.
I'm not sure that Red can touch that, actually.
Well, we're having a look at it.
It's probably a perfect shot.
Okay. Well, yellow's got a bit of a triple target here, but won't want to.
Yeah,
No, it's quite, that would have been a bit of
a funnel in the trade.
Yeah.
I need to tilt the camera up. How do I do that? I think I'm getting too much of their lower body and not enough of their...
Okay, Pierre's just gone to technical assistance of the cameraman, so it's just me for a moment. Yeah. I'm still not entirely sure whether Red can see black, whether black can see the hoop. Unfortunately, we are just too far away to comment sensibly on that. But Toby looks like he's lining some sort of clearance or hoop attempt up. And he's just bounced black out of the way, so I'm not, from his reaction, I'm guessing that's not what he wanted to do.
It's Red running. Yes.
Well, I think Red's just going into the jaws, maybe. Yeah. Wire position. Yeah. Oh, he's gone too far.
You can't wire from black.
He's trying to wire from blue. Because then black has to clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if he was wired from blue, then black has to clear red, leaving yellow the shot. It was a fairly nice clearance from Toby. He's hung around, maybe not as he'd like to have hung around a bit straighter than that, I think, but still very close to the hoop. If he needs to do any more clearing. Yellow's coming back in.
Sound just
looks like he's not sure what he was trying to do there, but
sorry, Simon Camp has just gone 2-0 up, having been peeled by his opponent on hoop 2. Now his first approach to hoop 3. Always a terrible thing to happen. Slightly too long. in very promising positions there. The ball seems to be quite scattered. Very much club play style.
Okay.
So draws in position and misses. She runs across.
So on long one, my apologies everyone, I've forgotten there was Al-Madi has just beaten the Young Irishman. I don't know what the score was in the first games, but that was 7-5, okay, in that one.
That was the first game, wasn't it?
They shook hands, so I'm not sure. But I didn't. I thought it was the first game. So maybe it was just acknowledgement of the first game. Right, Toby's taking on a long hoop here at 8. From the reaction, I'm guessing that was a miss. So don't think we'd have had that reaction from Toby if that was clean through. I think there'd have been a bit more of a fist pump or a look of enjoyment. So Toby's certainly not playing as well as he can do. He's missed what, 5 or 6 hoops since we've been watching. That one was a long one, of course, but yeah, I don't think he'll be too happy with how he's playing at the moment.
I don't think yellow can run, hence the black coming back in.
So he's gone quite a long way to the side. Is that on purpose so that he can clear yellow out when it gets in the drawers there? I doubt it, because he's got blue behind, which he's going to clear now. So I think he just overhit that black. Blue's come in, so maybe black can clear it, because otherwise surely blue would have tried to do something more there. Yeah, so obviously blue was able to clear yellow because it's been dispatched to corner 1, just outside corner 1. So Toby in a bit of trouble here. So I don't know if that was a nice shot from Toby. Just bounced yellow out, held with black. Yellow's just tucked in behind it. Blue can't clear yellow because black's in the way, and so blue will probably just try and block red at black, or maybe just take position, but yeah, and hope that black can. No, I think he has gone for block there. No, he's gone too far. No, that was black or clear yellow, yeah, once it's been moved.
The likelihood of black bouncing on the wire is quite high. So it's, unless it's hit very cleanly.
Okay.
It's not going to go very far.
Oh, that was a lovely shot, but as you say, it's not gone that far. So Toby will be looking to clear yellow out the way. We can't clear it that far because it's towards the boundary. So we could see a bit of clearing ahead of us for a little while here. We'll see what happens. Oh.
It's perfect. I think it's white.
No, not wide. Didn't manage to hold.
No.
Yeah. Would have wanted to hit that a lot straighter, wouldn't he?
As you pointed out, it's still on the boundary side in a good defensive position, although black is pretty close and could take it away to the north boundary.
So on lawn 6 now. No rest for my husband. He's been put on straight away against Robert Fulford. They're at hoop 2. I'm not quite sure who won the first hoop. But Ian's just taken wide position from blue at 2.
Blue to the first hoop, so.
Yep. Okay. So we'll see how Ian does against Robert Fulford. Robert Fulford plays a fair bit of GC, but he's better known as an AC player, 5 times world champion at Association Croquet. He's hoping very much that he can add another world championship to his list here this week. The only current player who's got both the AC and GC world championship titles is Reg Bamford. So Robert will be wanting to do the double there too.
Manuel's got a long 25-yard clearance. Blue is yellow, which he misses.
That's uncharacteristically wide, in fact. He's been shooting better than that on the hole. Three.
Toby.
No, no.
Just Toby.
Toby, sorry.
Toby has now got a hoop shot.
I'm hoping the family are going to stop walking. You may see coming in front of his shot any second now, a family of spectators who really should have stopped walking. There they go, you can see them walking past on the camera. Toby's doing a good job of just ignoring them at the moment. I hope that doesn't put him off. No, straight through. Dealt with that distraction very well. I think the other spectators probably hesitated to say stop, because that can be even more distracting than just letting them get on with it. But yeah. So yeah, Toby made that one. So 5-3 to Toby in this second game. Manuel won the first 7-4.
Good approach of red to 9. If slightly angled, but it's about 2 feet. Toby would probably go with the clearance is black, coming from across the lawn.
Blue shorter.
Yes, but the likelihood of black staying in a good position is not actually. Silly me, I would have gone for the clearance because the likelihood of black going onto the south boundary there There's a clearance.
Okay. Yellow's come in. Looks like an attempt to block blue's shot. Which is all very well and good if it works, but I think we had this position earlier, didn't we, Pierre? If it doesn't work, you've just not got a hoop shot yourself with yellows. So there's pros and cons.
Yeah. But it seems to be open, so blue is going for the clearance to red.
No,
Misses.
he misses. So I don't know if those watching can see. We've got very grey skies here at the moment and quite strong winds today, which won't be helping with shooting. It's not actually forecast to rain, but it's not been very warm here today, apart from in this commentary booth where it's absolutely boiling. I've tried to think how hot it gets in here if the sun shines. But yeah, very windy indeed today. Well, probably 20-mile-an-hour winds or something.
Red run the hoop. 2,000 away to hoop 10, taking the score to
5-3.
Toby.
5-3. 5-4.
Hoop 9.
Yeah.
Addition. And black's taking a good position, 3 feet. Possibly a yard.
About a yard. So
And
Yellow's-
seems to
yes.
have protected black.
oh yeah, that was careless. He's shaking his head a bit, pulling a face. So blues. Yeah, he's blocked red shot with a nice hoop position. So red hasn't got an awful lot to do here. I don't think from the angle we're at, it doesn't look like you can see the hoop. Doesn't look like you can see black. And he's about 12 yards back. So we don't know. Yep, he's having a
Possibly.
think, but
Yeah, possibly put the red in between black and blue, closer to the hoop to give Toby something to think about. But it's going for the chance on the blue. Okay.
well, at least that has the benefit that if black does mess up, it leaves yellow in control.
And
And on the way to hoop.
red is in front of hoop 11
On the other side, yeah.
on the bound.
It's probably the best he could do, really. Yeah, so Toby,
Rejection.
yeah, he's really not having the hoop running he would be hoping for today. So that leaves the jump shot available for Manuel. No. It's a nice height, just didn't quite have the line right. So red's taking on a clearance of black now. And yep, hits that away nicely. So it looks to me as if yellow is also open on blue. So I don't know whether Toby will try and block that shot. He might have a blade of grass where he can take position and block yellow at blue. We'll see how he does. Well, he's certainly taken position, but that's definitely not blocking yellow. Yellow's missed blue, so another chance for Toby to run 10. If he runs this, he'll go 6-4 up in the second, to losing the first 4-7. So it's calling for a free once the hoop set a bit more firmly. And I can see the man on his way. Yep, the referee's on his way. So the referees have all been given rather fetching green caps that they're wearing. So if you see anyone in the background of any of the camera shots wearing a green cap, they're some of our referees today, and our thanks go out to all the volunteers here this weekend. It's a lot of time to spend watching GC being a referee at an event like this, and we do appreciate all their hard work. As well as the referees, we've got caterers and scorers and car park attendants, and our thanks to all of those who are working really hard to help make this run smoothly. And nice, clean, smooth run from Toby. 6-4.
I was distracted by the game next door where Simon have just
Ooh. Nice shot from Hesham, cleared Simon's ball from in front of one back. And in fact, that black ball you just see on the lawn was the shot that did it. It's just come straight over from the other lawn. Toby taking on the clearance of red here. There's two trains thoughts, aren't there, on whether to lag in with black or clear with black here.
Yeah, it's a shortish clearance, and you don't have to hit hard. And if you concentrate and hit palm on, you will keep a good position, as Toby has just done with the black.
Yeah.
There's always danger if you put a ball in that your opponent will actually block your clearance.
Yeah.
So, in a way, better safe than sorry. And red has got quite a long clearance again. I mean, a medium clearance, but
Yeah, he might snick black and then black
Exactly.
can clear yellow, yeah. I was playing at Compton last week in the qualifier, and the lawns there were quite a bit more hilly than here. Making, that was a bit lucky.
it was unlucky to clear his own ball, but
Yeah,
it was
that's
lucky
what I
as
meant,
much
yeah.
as his.
Blocks, yeah, there's all sorts going on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, blocking is much easier here on these lovely flat lawns
Yep.
that Southwick have prepared for us. So changes the dynamic and the choices that you have to make. Okay, so Toby's just put black in front of the hoop. Yellow will no doubt clear it.
Well, yellow will clear blue,
He'll clear blue, yeah.
which is also runnable, and red is on the nose boundary.
So Manuel has to clear several times on the trot here really to get back into this. Remember the score is 6-4. So we could do with clearing blue and holding for position really to put a bit more pressure on things. Just a well, certainly nearby, but not in runnable position.
No, yeah,
But-
runnable was a bit
Maybe too much to ask for. I'm greedy.
But he actually hit it on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
With the intention of going back at the same time.
Ah, I didn't spot that one.
I suspect.
Okay.
It comes back and it's just short of protection.
Yeah, needed another 4 or 5 inches there. Ooh.
Yep.
So I
He
think
had a
that
nice double, but better concentrate on the black when you're 6-4 down.
okay. So Toby's got a 1 foot straight hoop to take this second game. And does so. Okay, so 1 game all, 4-7-7-4, and we'll probably take another break now, and we'll be back with you in 2 or 3 minutes when they resume for the third. All right, thanks, folks.
Thank you.
Hi everybody, we are now going to stop streaming because we don't have any camera crew or commentators, but we will be starting again at 5 o'clock. See you all later.
I think it's actually quite hard to